Student, today we are going to learn new topic, measurement of time. There are many methods to measure time. Earlier our ancestor used to measure time with the observation of natural events that repeat themselves after definite intervals of time. For example, they count one day as one sunrise to next sunrise, and one new moon day to next new moon day as 1 month. But as the time passed, we started the use of clocks and watches in our day-to-day life. So what is the motion involved in these clocks and watches? This is periodic motion. So one of the most common example of periodic motion is motion of simple pendulum. So I hope you have seen pendulum in clocks. You can also make your own pendulum with the help of threads and stone. So here we have a diagram of a simple pendulum. The one end of this string is attached to some metallic bob, and the other end is attached to some rigid spot over here. So when we push this metallic bob by applying some force over here, it keeps changing its position from one end to the other end. Now this middle position is called as mean position, and the end position we call it as extreme position. Now this movement of pendulum, to and fro motion of this pendulum is called oscillatory motion. So now we are going to calculate one oscillation. How can we calculate one oscillation? Suppose when we start observing this pendulum, this bob is at mean position, and with time it keeps changing its position to extreme, then it comes back to mean. After then it goes to other side of the extreme, and then it comes back to mean position again. And when it comes back to mean position again, this cycle, mean to extreme, extreme to other extreme, and then again to mean, this cycle is known as one oscillation. And the time taken to complete this one oscillation is called time period. The time consumed in this one cycle is known as time period.